violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Local high school basketball star Mikey Williams is accused of assault with a deadly weapon.
The 18-year-old was arrested yesterday afternoon around 3:30 in Hamul. According to the sheriff's department, he was arrested for an incident on Bratton Valley Road. He was released last night on $50,000 bail.
Woo! So, as you guys can see, Mikey Williams has basically crashed out and, you know, has pretty much ruined his basketball career and other opportunities to play college ball. And he was a talented player. You know, he wasn't the best. There were definitely flaws in his game. He's definitely a streaky shooter. And, you know, as far as field goal percentage, you know, he can get hot and cold. However, he's an exciting talent. I wouldn't say that he's necessarily a high flyer. He can do really good, really cool dunks, but he doesn't really get that high above the rim like when you really watch him. But he is a talented player. I think he's like 6'1" or something like that. So he is a small guard. However, I think that he does have potential on the next level, at least, you know, coming off the bench. But at this point, it looks like those hoop dreams are going to the wayside. And my thing is, bro, why not just hoop? You were a star. You were a standout player. But it looks like he chose to go the street route. And like we've spoken on before, these super athletic gremlins are on demon time.
Mikey Williams is among the nation's top prep basketball players, winning National Freshman of the Year in 2019. He is currently committed to the University of Memphis for next year. His Instagram account.
Oh my God. And he's going to the University of Memphis? Dog, that's the worst place to get. Is he trying to get closer to Ja Morant? Is he trying to get mentored by Ja Morant? Because that's one of the worst places to go if you're trying to get away from the street vibe. Man, it just doesn't look like these guys have much guidance, man. You got to send this dude to, I don't know, somewhere like, I mean, Penn State or, well, Michigan State just had a shooting. So I would say Michigan, maybe. It's kind of hard because you definitely want to send him somewhere cold. So he ain't outside on the block. Memphis is just not a place to be if you're trying to stay out of trouble.
Account, which has nearly 4 million followers, was deactivated last night. Stay with us throughout the day as we continue to follow the story.
Tonight, new details on the rising local high school basketball star arrested for allegedly shooting at a car full of people. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Kathleen Bade. Mikey Williams has gained a massive following online. Before deactivating his Instagram, he had nearly 4 million followers. Our Liberty Zabala is live in San Isidro, where the basketball star played. Liberty.
Good evening, Kathleen. Well, deputies say that shooting involved Mikey Williams, who played here at San Isidro High School, and he was one of the most recognizable and highest paid high school basketball players across the country.
That's wild. Highest paid basketball player across the country, and he threw it all away. Shot at a vehicle full of people. Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? These dudes do not learn.
Now bailed out of jail for a shooting. High school basketball player and social media star Mikey Williams ranked 34th in ESPN's list of the top 100 recruits in 2023.
And my biggest thing is I feel sorry for him because, you know, he seemed like he had a good deal going for him. And
why you feel sorry for him? He's the one who caused this on himself. Yeah, he had a good deal and he crashed out. He's a crash out, bruh. He's a crash out. And people saying, oh, he's going to be proven innocent. Even if he's proven innocent, the college scouts are saying, yikes. It's different if he was in college and this happened and he was proven innocent like the Brandon Miller situation, but nah, bruh. In this case, it's OV. He ain't going to college. He gonna have to play overseas.
he kind of blew it.
18-year-old Williams is now facing criminal charges, including 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. Deputies say on March 27th, just before midnight at Williams's home on Bratton Valley Road in Hamul, a verbal argument broke out.
During that altercation, a certain amount of people were asked to leave. As they were leaving in the vehicle, shots were fired at the vehicle while it was occupied by about 5 people.
3 of the passengers inside the car were minors. No one was hurt.
I don't know the circumstances of why he shot or accused of being shooting somebody, but I mean, bottom line is you got to defend yourself, especially out here. I mean, we're for.
Yeah, I mean, if it was self-defense, it was self-defense. But if you're shooting at the vehicle while they're driving off, I mean, I hope it's self-defense. I'm not rooting for him to had crashed out. I would prefer if young black men, especially ones with promising careers or promising futures, didn't crash out. But to me, it seems like, and I know he deleted his social media, but we're going to get into some fan pages who have pictures of, you know, him, and you can kind of see, you can really get a glimpse of these guys' character on social media and through interviews. And I mean, it just seems like he just crashed out, you know. He chose to make this decision. If they're in the vehicle and they're leaving, you don't have to shoot at them. Maybe his emotions got the best of him.
4 hours from any help.
His attorney released a statement saying, "We are aware of several narratives being advanced online that are not factual and designed to humiliate Mr. Williams. We are confident that the truth will come to light."
Hopefully it doesn't hurt his career.
Williams also committed to play
it's
for
already
the
hurt.
University of Memphis, which released a statement saying, "We are aware of the situation and are gathering more information." And Williams was arrested yesterday, but is now a free man after posting $50,000 bail. He is expected in El Cajon court for his arraignment on April 20th. For now, live here in San Isidro, Liberty Zabala, Fox 5 News.
18-year-old Mikey Williams is a big name. He played for San Isidro, had committed to the University of Memphis in the fall, and struck an endorsement deal with Puma. CBS 8's Shannon Handy joins us live from Sheriff's Headquarters with the case that could put all of that on the line. Shannon.
Yeah, Carlo, Mikey Williams bailed out of jail just around midnight after posting $50,000 bond. Sheriff's deputies are investigating and tell us that this arrest stems from an incident at his Hamul home.
This is video appearing to show local basketball standout Mikey Williams in the driveway of his Hamul home. Just yesterday, a San Diego Sheriff's SWAT team executed a search warrant there. One neighbor sent us video showing law enforcement vehicles speeding down the street. Another neighbor who didn't want to be identified heard someone on a loudspeaker and what he thinks was a flashbang.
I kind of had the impression it was some type of police activity, but I couldn't hear specifically what they were saying.
The investigation involves some type of gathering that happened at the home back on March 27th. Detectives say there was an argument which turned into shots fired.
As the people, or some of the people who were involved in that argument, were leaving the residence, shots were fired at their vehicle as they left.
Lieutenant Jeffrey Ford says several of those shots hit the vehicle with 5 people inside, 3 of whom were minors.
Nobody was injured, thank God. And that is where our investigation kind of stemmed from.
While Lieutenant Ford will not confirm whether or not Williams fired those shots, court records show the 18-year-old was arrested on 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. Each one carries a minimum sentence of 6 months in jail. Williams was a star player at San Ysidro High School and had committed to play next year at the University of Memphis. He's ranked nationally and in 2021 became the first American high school basketball player to sign a sneaker deal with global footwear company Puma. He also has a huge following on social media. Since his arrest, Williams' Instagram page has been deactivated. We reached out to both Puma and the University of Memphis. Puma had no comment. A spokesperson for the university told us they're trying to gather more information. Back in Hamul, while Williams' neighbor doesn't know him very well, he told me he's surprised by the allegations against him.
It doesn't make sense to me. You know, to me, you're making money, you're going to have a future, you want to protect it.
And Williams is expected to appear in court on April 20th. We, of course, will keep you updated with the very latest on this story. Reporting from Sheriff's Department, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
High school basketball star who is committed to play at Memphis University has been arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. ABC 10 News reporter Austin Grabish is live with the reaction to
my thing is, why are you inviting people over to your crib that are the ops? It's wild.
Michael Williams' arrest.
Wale, many students at Mikey Williams High School here are talking about this arrest, and it is now making headlines across the country.
Mikey Williams is among the best high school basketball players in the nation, but now the 18-year-old's future is uncertain after he was booked on 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon.
And then they had the noise going, do, and then over the microphone, we have a search warrant.
James Heald owns the house next door to Williams in Hamul and says he saw police storm the basketball star's property on Thursday.
And then I saw some vans go, some unmarked cars. 5 minutes later, 3 more sheriff's cars came and stood right here.
Mikey Williams' home is behind me here. You can see this large basketball court on the property. The San Diego sheriff says a fight inside the house about guests being inside led to a group of 5 people leaving the property.
But how did they even come to your crib is what I'm trying to figure out. This is wild.
As that group left in a vehicle it was shot at, our drone capturing video of an SUV with a broken windshield from what looks like gunshots.
Heald says he sees a group of teenagers coming and going from the house often, and he says the high school basketball star almost bought his house.
I had an offer on my house, and then that went on the market, and then they switched to that one, probably because of the court.
He says he's never had a problem with Williams.
He seemed like a nice guy. I had some steaks ordered that went to his place instead of my house, and so he gave me a call to come pick them up. So that was cool.
The teen's arrest has many of his peers at San Ysidro High School talking.
I feel like he had a really good career, so I'm surprised that happened to him. It could just be pretty disappointing because it could potentially ruin his career.
We just got a statement into.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. The only thing that he really has going for him is that it was on his property, but you're shooting at a fleeing car. It's not a good look. What are you trying to prove, bruh?
To our newsroom from Mikey Williams' attorney. In it, he says his client maintains his innocence and that there are false narratives about the teen going around online. He says in the statement that his client will be cooperating with the criminal process. Now, I did speak to the district attorney's office, and they tell me the teenager is set to appear in El Cajon Court next Thursday. Reporting live outside San Ysidro High School, Austin Grabish, ABC 10 News.
Austin, thank you very much.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Nigga. Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
So guys, I did dig up an old interview of Mikey, and it just kind of gives you a sense of who he is and maybe his demeanor, his attitude, whatever you want to call it. So very interesting. Let's listen up.
With Mikey Williams, we're at the Border League in Las Vegas, Nevada. Mikey, there was a lot of competition this weekend. I know you faced some players that you probably have never faced before. How did it feel being on the court?
Good. It feels good being on any court at any time. You got to cherish the moment.
Yeah. And you guys, your team is everywhere. It's only October, and I feel like you're in a different city every weekend. It's kind of like an NBA schedule. How are you and the team dealing with that? Is it an adjustment going from time zone to time zone to time zone?
This is the first time we actually came to the West Coast, but it's like everybody's new, and it's like we haven't really practiced too many, like not as much as the other teams practice, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to find chemistry and stuff, and then it's, you know, it's a lot in our bodies traveling every weekend, and it's new to everybody. The bright lights is new to everybody, but, you know, we're trying to just break them in.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about this, but you are the first of its kind. You're one of a kind. Like, nobody has ever had to navigate the space that you're having to go through, you know, first with all the Instagram fame and now with NIL. How are you navigating this process and with the people around you?
Just staying true to the process, really. Like I said, I just try to keep the main thing. Everything else gonna fall in line. You know, when everything else starts being more important than the basketball, that's when everything snowballs downhill.
So you heard what he said. When everything else starts to be more important than the basketball, that's when everything snowballs downhill. Well, that's what you're doing. You made the street life more important than basketball. You made this hood persona that you're trying to represent yourself as more important than the basketball, and it's ended up, you know, leading to the demise of your short career.
So you just need a solid group, really, to keep you grounded.
Wow, this is all just very ironic. He's talking about a solid group to keep you grounded. How did those 5 guys that came up to your crib, were they solid? Did you vet them before you let them into your crib and sent them to Addy? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here, bro.
I would try to use people as an example, but ain't nobody really been through what I've been through, like in my position, honestly. So it's really hard, but I mean, it's just like reality.
There goes the victim mindset. Oh, it's really hard. Ain't nobody been through what I've been through. Dude, you're bountifully blessed. You get to play basketball and make money at an extremely young age. You've got endorsements. What are you talking about? I mean, yeah, everybody faces adversity, but he's trying to make it seem like he just grew up in a cardboard box. And, you know, the beginning of his life may not have been ideal. I don't specifically know his story, but I mean, I know people and played with other athletes who've been through way more than him, and they don't have this victim mentality. Like, bro, I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about. Oh, what adversity he's really faced in his life. To me, it appears that people have always kissed his ass because he can shoot a ball through the hoop. That's what it appears to me.
Now you got name, image, and likeness, so you're able to actually make some money. What was the feeling like when you finally signed that first contract with Puma?
I mean, the first contract I signed was with Excel, but when I signed the Puma contract, it was. I don't think it still hasn't hit me yet. It still hasn't really hit me yet.
Yeah. You know, people, they think they know everything about you. You know, who you are on the court, who you are off the court. You're ranked too high, you're ranked too low. How do you keep all that noise out?
I mean, it's everybody got an opinion on, like, in my life, honestly. But like, social media just shows you what everything on social media is for views. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't let people see the behind the scenes stuff, honestly, because that's how I want it to be. Like, nobody will ever know where I'm at. Nobody will ever know what I'm gonna do.
It don't look like it. Like, I'm telling you right now, a lot of these young dudes are just way too arrogant. For one, you're getting interviewed. The woman is looking at you in your eyes, and where are you looking? I mean, that's just common etiquette. For two, you're saying, oh, nobody gonna know where I'm at, nobody gonna know where I be at, whatever. Well, it was 5 dudes who knew where you were at, and you felt so threatened that you shot at them while they were fleeing the scene. So, look, man, a lot of these dudes are really arrogant, but then they're also just like really stupid as well. So arrogance and stupidity, or ignorance, or whatever you want to call it, is not a good combination. Also coupled with to me, and I'm going to keep it a buck, especially being an athlete, being a college athlete, this is bad, like, media etiquette. You got the woman, she's looking at you in the eye. Where the hell are you looking? What are you looking at, bro?
Like, I just try to be real low key, and then, I just show people what I want to show them. So
I know I've seen a lot of pros at your games, like LeBron and DeAndre Ayton last year, Cole Anthony at your game a couple weeks ago. What is it like to kind of get, support from those people when they're in a position that you're aspiring to get to?
It's dope. Like, I feel like they see a younger them, really. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel it's love. It's love. And it's just like, support. Like, goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? And, if I make it to the league, I'm going to definitely go to high school games, see young talent. So I feel like it's just like something that it's always going to happen. Pros are always going to show love to the youngins coming up because they were us before.
And like I said, you're one of a kind. So your whole recruitment process is totally different. You got the college option, you got the pro option. I know a few schools are talking to you, but also you got Overtime Elite, G League, overseas, Australia. What's going to be most important when you start to break down what decision you're going to make regarding that?
Best fit for me, whatever makes the most sense, So, I mean, they're all good options, but whichever one's going to be the best for me, and I can develop, as much as I need to at whatever place that is, then that's what I have to go with.
Well, Mikey, thank you so much for the time, and best of luck this season.
All right, guys. So that just gives you an idea of his character. And it doesn't seem like he's just like some super bad kid, but obviously he is influenced by hip-hop culture, by the culture of the community. And I do want to read some of these comments because they're agreeing with what I'm saying. They're agreeing with what I'm saying. Somebody said Mikey Morant. They're agreeing with what I'm saying, but when I post this video on Instagram, they're going to be in the comments, oh, you hate yourself, oh, you must, you know what I'm saying? But in the comments, I'm telling you that everybody agrees with what I'm saying, but then when I post this on Instagram, it's going to be a problem. So basketball star Mikey Williams was arrested on 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon using a firearm in California. Each charge carries a minimum sentence of 6 months in jail, in county jail if convicted. Somebody said Mikey versus Flight was legendary. Mikey Morant, give me the basketball, they can have the guns. It's a parade inside my cell. Yeah. Because y'all know John Morant says it's a parade inside my city from the NBA Youngboy song. I got to talk to my young Bulls, man. Welcome to Memphis. You going to blend right in with Ja. Why carry guns when you have enough money for bodyguards? Well, it was at his house, so, I mean, all that money, but he want to crash out. Yep. It costs $0 to be yourself. That's so true. I love that. I got to be deep. It got to be deeper. And yeah, I think it is a deeper situation, but he said N-words ain't even made it to Memphis yet. God darn. Mikey versus Flight was legendary. Bro woke up toting 45 like Mike. It got to be deeper. Okay, that's the same one. All right, so yeah, that's what the community thinks about this arrest. Let's get into the lawyer's press release. Troy P. Owens Jr. says for immediate release, arrest of Michael Anthony Williams. To whom it may concern, my office has been retained to represent Michael Anthony Williams as it relates to criminal proceedings resulting from his arrest on April 13, 2023. I have reviewed information publicized by the San Diego County Sheriff's Department as well as multiple other news outlets. This information reveals that yesterday's arrest stems from March 27, 2023 altercation at a home in Jamul that Mr. Williams maintained as a residence. The altercation was initiated by several uninvited individuals entering the home and causing a disturbance. Okay. So they were uninvited, allegedly. They entered the home, caused a disturbance. During the aftermath of the disturbance, there were reports of shots being fired. Mr. Williams is alleged to match the description of the shooter. As a result, a search warrant was executed at the home, and Mr. Williams was arrested. He has posted bond and looks forward to addressing any allegations against him using the established procedures in our justice system. And he did do the right thing by deleting his Instagram, so I will give him credit for that, because he doesn't need to be going back and forth and you know, commenting and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, do I really believe his lawyer's position on this one? Probably not likely. Uninvited is a deep stretch. It could have been they were jaw jacking back and forth on social media, and they like, oh, drop your addy, bro, and then he actually dropped the addy and they actually pulled up. That could be something too. I don't know. While this case has received significant attention in the last 24 hours, we ask that people appreciate the fact that Mr. Williams is an 18-year-old high school student. Well, he's of age, so I mean, he's going to be charged as an adult, so he's got to take accountability for his age and his actions. Harassment, threats, or any other behavior of the sort is unwarranted. We are aware of several narratives being advanced online that are not factual and are designed to humiliate Mr. Williams. We are confident that the truth will come to light. Mr. Williams is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. He maintains his innocence and will cooperate with the criminal process. So this is a fan page of Mikey, and I do just kind of want to show you guys some disturbing imagery. This one especially is disturbing. And I know he's just throwing up West Side, but it really isn't a good look, especially with the news. And I know this is an old photo, but it's just not the best to be throwing up gang signs. Also, this one, it almost gives the portrayal as if he wants to be some rapper, you know? And I mean, it's a cool picture and whatnot, but we got to start thinking about our image. So, you know, a lot of these, they're not too crazy, nothing too crazy. I just want to make sure he's not, you know, posting with the strap. I mean, obviously he does have the Pooh Shiesty mask on in this picture. Like I said, I mean, I don't think that he's like some terrible kid, but you know, it's just like it doesn't look good when you're taking the stereotypical hood pictures in the gas station and you know, throwing up what appears to be some type of gang sign. You know, I hope that and it doesn't look like he's like consistent throwing up a consistent gang sign. It kind of just looks like he's doing something with his hands, you know. But I would hope that he is innocent. I would hope that this is a self-defense situation. But I can't ignore the fact that so many young black men are willing to crash out, and this is absolutely another example of that. You know, we're hoping for the best, but I mean, thankfully he didn't hurt anybody, delete anybody. Just doesn't look good as a recruiter, being a college scout. You know, you start to go and look back at the social media, then you're starting to wonder, yo, what does this mean? What are these gang signs that he's throwing up? You know, what does all this mean? As a recruiter, I'm telling you guys what they're thinking about. And y'all can say, oh, well, man, you lame if you don't take pictures like this. You is this. Hey, you can say whatever you want. I'm telling you what the recruiters think, because I actually played D1 football, so you might want to, you know, at least listen up. The same thing that Cam Newton said that he don't even get. The same thing Cam Newton said in that little video that went viral, where Cam Newton was saying, hey, you think these recruiters give a damn about you having a name? They care about you being Mikey Williams. At the end of the day, you are replaceable. You are replaceable. So don't get mad at me. I'm going to actually play that Cam Newton video at the end. I'm going to actually play that Cam Newton video at the end, because Cam Newton's even suffering from this now, where he is basically trying to prove himself in the NFL and get back in the NFL, and he doesn't even understand that the words that he's saying, he kind of needs to take his own advice with this. So I'm going to share this video at the end, and maybe Mikey Williams, if he ever sees this video, he's probably going to hate me if he watches this video, because, you know, the community hates accountability. But if he watches this video, I'm going to play this Cam Newton video at the end, and you're going to realize that, yo, your image, everything that you do, everything you post on social media, all that stuff, the recruiters are looking at this, and they are judging you. Even though y'all say, oh, man, stop judging, stop judging. Well, it doesn't matter, because recruiters are going to judge you, because what? They have money that is on the line, so they have to judge you. Like, what are these gang signs, bruv? I mean, this is what they're going to say when the recruiters are going to, you know, the recruiters, let's just say this is his, I mean, these are all pictures that he probably posted online himself. Let's just say this is his social media profile, or any picture that we can get access to. If I'm a recruiter, how much time is he spending at these Walmarts? Is he part of the mass looters, the mass rioters at the Walmart, especially in San Diego? I mean, how far is he really from LA? He could just shoot down there and riot. These are the things that the recruiters are thinking about, whether you like it or not. Oh, he's in a Pusheisi mask trying to look hood at the gas station. How much time does he spend at this gas station? Does he drink? Does he post up outside the liquor store with the OGs? You know, how much of this is you know, just for style, for fashion, for swag? And then how much of this does he really, like, is he really trying to portray? How much time does he spend at the gas station? Those are real questions the recruiters want to know. How much of this is just, you know, just for cameras and pictures? And what is his real character? And y'all could say whatever y'all want to say. I'm telling you what the recruiters are going to think. And it don't matter if the recruiters are black or white. They're going to be thinking the same thing. Are we going to get a return on our investment? Because we only have a minimum amount of scholarships that we can award. And that's how they're thinking. And if you don't like it, then it is what it is. Don't ever try and be a professional basketball player or play college ball. Just don't. Just don't. It is what it is. So don't come to me being, oh, well, you judging him. No, the recruiters are going to judge him. And that's what I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from that standpoint, because I am an athlete and I know what goes on. So I told you guys I'm going to play that Cam Newton video. Listen to what Cam says. Listen to what Cam says. He's going to say, you think Kirby Smart needs you? I play for Kirby Smart, guys. He's not. I mean, he's telling the truth. Every athlete on the face of this planet is absolutely replaceable. There's always going to be someone bigger and better than you. And there's always going to be the younger guy, the newer guy, the guy who has less injuries. So listen, the guy who has less charges, less baggage, less personal issues, less off the field issues is what they call it. So Mikey, listen up to Cam Newton. This ain't just for football, even though he said football is harder than basketball, which it's not. I mean, which it is. Or he said basketball is harder than football. Mikey Williams, there was a video that went viral where he said basketball is harder than football. It's not. Football is way harder than basketball. That's why football careers last a lot shorter than basketball, because of all the injuries. It's a way more violent sport than basketball. But anyways, he's not just giving advice for football. He's giving advice for basketball too. So for any sport. So listen up, Mikey. This is for you. I'm not going to interrupt him. I'm going to let the video play out, and then I'm gone.
You think Kirby Smart needs you? You think Nick Saban needs you? You stupid. You going to Tennessee? Half y'all going to schools that don't even offer you. If you're good, it don't matter where you go, they gonna find you. I promise you that. A lot of y'all want to go to the Alabamas, the North Carolinas, the North Carolina States. Y'all gonna be there for 4 years and not have a meaningful game. Oh, but I got a catch, though. It was senior day. It was a slant. Relax. Bro, you better go somewhere where you got to put yourself first. Because when you play for that G, when you play for that A, when you play for that T, when you play for that AU, bro, they're putting themselves first. They're bulletproof. Nothing and no one will ever, will ever mess up their situation, whether a quarterback, receiver, DB, nothing, coach. Man, those schools are bulletproof. So to think that they want me, they need me, man, bro, they don't need you.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.